Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we shall be reviewing the Atlanta Falcons versus Detroit Lions game that took place yesterday. And I just want to say this is a wake-up call considering the fact that we started off a very good, 2-0, and then we lost against the Detroit Lions, which is something that I actually predicted to happen in this game. Now, the way the offense is playing, it just seemed like the offensive line still needs work because Desmond Ridder was sacked 77 times for 62 yards. Now, Desmond Ridder was not playing well. He was underperforming. He was underwhelming in this game. He was 21 for 38, 201 yards, averaging 5.3 yards per throw, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks, and he had a passer rating of 70.2 and a QBR rating of 11.2, which is not good at all. The rushing, they got held, and I think the reason why they didn't get that much rushing, Bijan only had 10 carries, is due down to the fact that the Atlanta Falcons were down for a majority part of the game, and when you're down for a majority part of the game, you can't run it, you have to throw it. Bijan only had 10 carries, had 33 yards. Tyler Algier had 7 carries, 12 yards. Desmond Ridder had 2 carries for 3 yards, and then Kyle Pitts even had a rush for one carry and minus 4 yards. So just looking at the way the rushing is, it came down to if Desmond Ridder gets more passing attempts, the rushing is going to be lower. If Desmond Ridder has at least 20 to 25 attempts, I believe the rushing will be a lot better, but we also have to be up in these games, and we just cannot seem to stop the Detroit Lions offense. Jared Goff went 22 for 33, 243 yards, 1 touchdown. He did throw a pick. He had a QBR rating of 59.2 and a passer rating of 85.8. Jahmyr Gibbs, 17 carries, 80 yards. Could not stop the rushing game. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 9 receptions, 102 yards. Laporta, the tight end, had 8 catches, 84 yards. We just could not stop the Detroit Lions offense. Now, when it came to our receiving game, Kyle Pitts led the team in receptions along with Jonnu Smith. Kyle Pitts had 5 catches for 41 yards. Jonnu Smith had 5 catches for 37 yards. Drake London had 2 catches for 31 yards. Bijan even had 4 catches for 27 yards. So in terms of his total scrimmage yards, Bijan had about over 60 yards per rush and catching. Matt Collins had a catch for 23 yards. Tyler Algier had 2 catches for 17 yards. Kadero Hodge, 1 catch, 15 yards, and Michael Pruitt had 1 catch for 10 yards. And the receiving game just seems to be getting better at developing together because Desmond Ridder is starting to learn the trust, and some of his throws to his wide receiver / tight ends were really good throws, but some of them were really, really risky. And a lot of things that I'm going to say when it comes to the Falcons offense is that Desmond Ridder needs to know when to throw the ball away quicker because he was taking a lot of sacks that were unnecessary and losing a lot of yards. And plus the fumble that he lost was really something that he could have fixed and something that he could have changed. So I'm just going to say that Desmond Ridder does need to learn, but I got to give him, I'm not going to give him a pass, even though this is technically his first official year starting. But over the next few games, he will continue to learn and develop over the next few games. And I think that Desmond Ridder will learn when to throw the ball away and when to not throw the ball away, when to run for it. Because I know Desmond Ridder can run at least a little bit. He's not on the level like of Justin Fields or Lamar Jackson, but he can run with the ball. He is a mobile quarterback. That's the reason why we chose him over Marcus Mariota, because he had a better arm and he's more mobile than Marcus Mariota. In terms of the defense, Jesse Bates led the team in tackles, having 11 tackles and 1 pass deflection. Caden Ellis had a tackle for loss and 10 tackles. And then I would probably say the next best player was probably AJ Terrell with 4 tackles and 1 tackle for loss. We did not get to Jared Goff at all. And that was very disappointing to see because I wanted to see some sacks from the defense. I wanted to see some good things happen for this defense. Jesse Bates did get his 3rd pick of the season, So Jesse Bates has 3 picks in 3 games. 2 against Carolina, 1 for Detroit. Now, in terms of what's next for the Atlanta Falcons and what I think is going to happen, well, this week is going to be an interesting week because they're heading up to London and they're going to be playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, who I can't even lie, I thought they would have been one of the best teams in the NFL right now, but they're actually terrible. They are actually terrible. They just got beat very good by the Houston Texans this past weekend, and now they got to head to London, play the Falcons, in what is supposed to be, I think it's going to be a Toy Story type of game. That's why I keep seeing on the broadcast it's going to be like having to do something with Toy Story. So Falcons versus Jaguars. I'll get more onto this in my predictions video for each game of NFL Week 4. But I'm not very happy with this Falcons performance, even though I did expect them to lose this game. But I just got to say this. Congratulations to the Detroit Lions. We are still second in the division because New Orleans also lost. Carolina's 0-3. And if Tampa Bay lose today against the Philadelphia Eagles, we will technically still be tied for first in the NFC South.